What can we talk about in today's episode of Josh's Comics? Oh, I know. Let's talk about my Rogue Gallery's first appearances from Batman, so stay tuned to find out what I've picked up and added to that collection. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Josh's Comics. And yeah, today we're finally going to get to it. It's been over a year since I did my first Batman Rogues Gallery first appearance collection, just to get some of my newer viewers up to speed and those who might be joining for the first time. Did a video about a year ago. Go check that out. I got some big books in there. And I decided, the time's now to do another update of what I've added into the collection for the Rogue Gallery first appearances. I do not have any Golden Age, like actual first appearances. I do typically a lot of the Silver Age first appearances because they're more affordable. But this is a good haul, and you know, it kind of slowly I'm taking an approach at it because some of these books that I do want for the Rogues are pretty expensive. So I have to pick and choose here and there. And somebody once asked me, "Is like, hey, would you like to own the first ever appearance of Joker?" Absolutely. Will I ever be able to afford one? Probably not. But that's okay. I can work with it. But let's start off. Let's see what I've added to the collection. Obviously, we're gonna go from probably the smallest key to the highest key, I guess you would say. Let's start off with Batman and Robin, #1 from Grant Morrison. This is the first appearance of Professor Plag or Pig, and he is a serial killer, and he is a newer addition to the Rogues in the early 2000s. A very welcome addition, in my opinion. Somebody that I would like to see on the big screen one day. I believe he did appear in Gotham, the series. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's a great rogue. And, Batman does have, in my opinion, the best rogue gallery in comic books. But over time, they tend to add in new ones, and some hit and stay there for a long time, and some don't, and that's okay. But I do feel like he deserves to be mentioned and brought to live action if he hasn't already. So that's cool. Cool book. This book, by the way, I find extremely a lot all the time, and happy to have it. The second book, this is a book that I wanted after the Suicide Squad came out from James Gunn. This is Detective Comics number 585, and I had no idea that Ratcatcher, this is his first appearance, was actually a Batman rogue. Same thing with Polka Dot Man. I did not know that Polka Dot Man was a Batman rogue. That was very interesting to learn. Speaks about my Batman knowledge, right? But yeah, so interesting take on this character. Obviously, the main Ratcatcher is dead. His daughter takes over. I don't know if she's in the comics as well, but still, great issue to have. And you can sometimes find this for 5, $10, and that's what it probably is. I mean, he's not one of the bigger known rogues, but still happy to add it to the collection. This next one I feel like doesn't get enough love and attention he deserves. Batman, The Knights of the Beast, Part 1 of 4, 417. The first appearance of KG Beast, who was actually in Batman versus Superman. Another rogue that potentially could maybe make a future appearance, maybe even in the MCU, in the DCU. Who knows? I love like I said, I love the original Rogue villains, the OGs, but I want to see some more love for some of these other characters as well. But 417, another book, great book to pick up. There's a price tag of 10 on it. I only got it for 5, and it's a Newman copy, so thought it was a great pickup, and definitely good mention for the Rogues. This next one is a real favorite of mine. Um, I love Batman the Animated Series, as you can see from up top. And this next character I was introduced from Batman the Animated Series, and that is Maximum Zeus. This is the first Maximum Zeus and Detective Comics issue number 483 or 483. Yeah, I said 483. And so yeah, first appearance of Maximum Zeus. I grew up from the animated series, so in there it's his origins are a bit of a different take, but same thing. He believes he's Maximum Zeus. He's the descendant of him and has lightning and ends up actually being a powerful rogue in that episode. Of course, Batman overcomes and defeats him at the end. But yeah, so in the comics, he is just a person who I forget, I think got shot in the head or something, but believes he's a descendant of Maximum Zeus. He believes he's part of that family, and I feel like this character just doesn't get enough love and attention he deserves. And I honestly think that DC, I would love to see somebody reinvent the character. I feel there's a couple of rogues that are have been dormant or have not seen in a long time, or maybe were killed off but could be brought back in some way that deserve second chance. I feel like in a modern age, this character they could do some interesting stuff. And so yeah, I would love to see the character come back and a great pickup for the first Rogue appearances edition. Moving on, guys, from here on out, we're hitting some of the bigger rogues, some of the OGs, and you saw in the beginning one, so that'll be coming up shortly. Batman issue number 386. First appearance of Black Mask, another character that I love. I love this cover because you have Black Mask is Black Mask, and then you have Batman and the cow. And Black Mask by Ian McGregor, I thought did a decent job. I liked him. I love him in Star Wars, but man, Birds of Prey was not a good film in my opinion. I wasn't. I just didn't like the direction they took a lot of the characters. I think Black Mass was maybe the one that kind of stood out the most to me that I liked. I liked the take on the character and everything, but that film was bad. So I'm hoping that the DCU can change that around and we'll get Black Mask. Simon is a great rogue, and over time has reappeared and does some great stuff. So happy to add this to the collection. This next one you saw in the very beginning, and it's funny because I had Detective Comics issue number 524, which some consider to be his first appearance. Other people consider this book, along with Key Collector, to be the actual first appearance, but it's really a cameo. But it's Batman issue number 357. It's also the first like cameo appearance of Jason Todd. But this is known as the first appearance of Killer Croc. If I remember correctly, when I got this is like a 9.6, possible 9.8 contender. So, yeah, extremely happy with this. Been wanting this book for the last couple of years. Killer Croc, another great rogue villain of mine that I love. And, Suicide Squad that came out in early, what, 2016, I think it was. In the James Gunn, or not the James Gunn, in the Zack Snyder universe was okay. Obviously, it's not the Croc that we wanted. But still, I still feel like the DCU would be the perfect place for him. I would love to see him make another live action debut, an actual fight with Batman. And I feel like Croc is just another underrated rogue that I love and a lot of people love, but people sleep on him a lot. So happy to add this to the collection. A great, great appearance. And either way you look at it, whether it's this one or Detective 524. I got both of them now, so I'm happy. Moving on. Speaking of Joker, this book is going to be a bit of a weird take. Some may not look at it like this, but I consider it to be the first Silver Age appearance of the Joker. It is not officially the first Silver Age appearance, but I'm going to tell you why I feel like it's the first Silver Age Joker. This is Batman issue number 251. Actually, no, it wouldn't even be Silver Age, right? Yeah, because people say 234 was the first Silver Age of Two-Face, but he comes out a couple months after Silver Age already ended. So technically, I'm kind of wrong with that about that, but like I consider this a first his first like what bronze it would be or copper, yeah, bronze or copper appearance of Joker. Batman issue number 251, phenomenal. Let's just get a close up of that. Phenomenal Neil Adams artwork on that cover. Part of the Joker PC as well. So you'll be seeing this in an updated video again. Um, so this is actually, in my opinion, an important issue because this is the issue where up until this issue, Joker is literally a clown. He does the jokes. He's not hurting people really. He's just a joke. But in this issue, he's re-ventilized. He's re-ventilized into the homicidal maniac slash villain slash killing machine that we would know going forward. So from here on out, we would, death in the family, what he does to Barbara Gordon, all that, because they revitalized the character in this issue. They made him a maniac, made him insane, made him killing people. So I feel like, in a way, this is his first bronze copper appearance. You know what I mean? They took his roots to all new height in this issue, so I had to add this in. I know some people might think, but you know what? To me, I think it's an important issue, and extremely thrilled to have this. And again, you'll be seeing when I do an update of the Joker covers in my collection as well. You'll be seeing this again. Working great on that too, man. Getting a lot. This next one doesn't get enough love for this rogue villain's first appearance, and I can understand why, because it's shadowed by the humongous first appearance of a Bat family member. Detective Comics issue number 359, the $1 million debut of Batgirl, aka Barbara Gordon, but it's also the first killer Moth in the Silver Age. So again, it's a double key, but I feel like Killer Moth, his first Silver Age appearance, doesn't get that love that it deserves because Barbara Gordon is front and center on this cover, overshadowing that part of the information. And Killer Moth is another character too that I just, he's a known rogue, but he's not as loved. And like I said, DCU, I'm hoping James Gunn can bring some of the lesser known rogues up to the front lines, keeping the classics. But let's give me a live adaptation of A Long Halloween and change it up a bit and have different rogues show up. Or have, I know they just canceled an Arkham show that was supposedly going to be set. Have that happen, but show some of the rogues, show some backstory, give me some love for some of these villains, man. So yeah, first appearance of Killer Moth in the Silver Age. Extremely happy to have this. I never thought like years ago when I got into collecting 2 years ago. I'm looking at this book and man, this thing was already pricey. Then the last year or so, it climbed up higher when the Batgirl movie was being made. After its cancellation, I would say right now might be the best time to buy this. This is a 4.0 copy, but if you're okay with a lower grade, this might be a time to buy. Because I'm assuming that Barbara Gordon will be announced in the future, and if she does, this book will probably be shot back up. And it's just a phenomenal, great cover too. So great Killer Moth first Silver Age appearance with Barbara. Um, I'm gonna save this book for last, even though it's not the slab, because this one deserves to be talked about. So does this one. Actually, all of them do. But Batman issue number 635. I'm gonna put this right here because it's gonna be kind of hard to put it in the stand. Uh, First appearance and origin. Is it origin? Oh yeah, first Jason Todd as Red Hood, Mr. Freeze and Black Mask make an appearance too. But the phenomenal cover art and in my opinion, yeah, I know Jason Todd is technically not a rogue. He's not a villain. He ends up becoming an anti-hero. He ends up joining the Bat family eventually. But Red Hood, who originally was Joker, his origin, um, comes back, makes an appearance, and it's Jason Todd. And in my opinion, this does count as a rogue's first appearance. This is Jason Todd as the Red Hood, and phenomenal cover. I went to pick this book up this year, and I was gonna actually go for a lower grade, like an 8.0, 8.5 affordable copy, but I said, you know what, no. A good friend of mine, Pope of Chillytown, had the 9.8. This book has dropped the last over the last year, it's dropped a lot. So it was a great time to pick up. I got it for a great price, and I'm stoked to have this into the collection. I could not be any happier to have this. And this bad boy is gonna go right here. So the last book we are gonna talk about. This is a book that I didn't think I was gonna own for a long time. This is one of the most pricier Rogue Gallery first appearances, and one of the very few Rogue Gallery first appearances that happened in the Silver Age that is the first ever appearance, such as like Two-Face or even Scarecrow. They appeared in the Golden Age, the Penguin as well. They appeared in the Golden Age before, and then have their first appearances in the Silver Age along with the Joker. This guy, not only was this his first appearance ever, but in the Silver Age, and it's a phenomenal Neil Adams cover, one of the best. Like, issue number 232 of Batman and Robin, the Teen Wonder. I pronounce him as the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. I've heard people say Raz, Race. I call him Ra's al Ghul. That's my take, and this is a phenomenal cover. Like I said, Neil Adams, issue 200 up to 300. I believe he does all 100 issues. And I know for sure this is one of his covers. The green on the cover, one of the better Rogue first appearances on the cover as well, and a character that really revitalized the story of Batman's origin. Um, I mean, Ra's is an important character to the Batman lore and the stories going forward from here on out up to modern age now. And I mean, think about it. Without him and his lovely daughter Tyler Agul, who was I have her first appearance, and that appeared in my first video, we wouldn't have Damian Wayne today. So, a very important character, and it's one of those rogues that over time would fight Batman. And he was trained in the wings, and he wanted Batman to be his successor in taking over the League of Shadows. Before it was known as the League of Assassins, though, but League of Shadows, it changes over time. But it is a great Rogue first appearance, a great cover, and I could not be more happier than to add this in. And I was stoked when I got this. Shout out to 360 Comics because this is about a 6.0 to a 6.5, he estimates, and he's always spot on with his grading. I think it's between a 6. I think it could potentially get a 7 if I'm lucky. And if it does, I'm going to be more than thrilled. Even if it becomes a 5.5 or a 6, I'd be thrilled. I mean, guys, I'm happy with this. It's a beautiful cover. Um, he gave me a steal of a deal under fair market value for this book as well. So, same thing actually with the 251. The funny thing was, when he got this in a collection, he bought the whole first 100 issues. 251 in this book were in the collection, and I was gonna do a combo. I wanted both of them, but at the time I could only afford one, and I was leaning towards the 251. But then I kind of, talking to Joe about it, and he even agreed. He's like, at the price this was at, the grade, and you don't find things too often. And so I went with this first, and then eventually was able to pick that up from him later. But guys, that is up. That is it for my updated Rogue Galleries collection for the Batman first appearances. Happy to be doing this. Love this. I hope you guys love this video. Let me know what you guys think about the updates. Like I said, I mean, got some small ones, but then we got some big ones. And, from here on out, I'm still looking at eventually the biggest Rogue Gallery that would probably be the hardest to pull off is going to be Mr. Freeze. That's a pricey book. Even in a 2.0 to a 3.0 copy, you're talking almost $2 grand. I'm like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna try to shoot for any Golden Age actual first real appearances. That's just way out of my realms of collecting. And unless I can get lucky, and like a couple weeks ago, somebody found a Detective Comics 27 at like a garage sale or flea market or something like that. It's insane. So you might get lucky. I don't know. Will I ever get that lucky? We'll have to see. But I'm happy. Always adding. I do have a bunch of other books, obviously Rogue first appearances that are going to be added over time. So expect probably another update in a year or so. I originally was just, slowly collecting on one portion of the collection and then doing the Rogues. Now I'm doing Joker covers. I'm doing Batman gadgets, mobiles, Batcave covers. I'm starting to work on a few other different runs. I kind of thinking about doing a variant of my ladies of DC and Marvel, maybe eventually. Some of my spicier covers in my collection. Oh yeah. But anyway, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and if you're enjoying the content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the haul and what you think about some of these great books. I hope some of you guys have this stuff in your collection. If not, go on out there, get them. It's a great feeling, and hopefully you collect DC and Batman. If not, that's okay too, but I appreciate you guys for watching. And until next time, stay safe, take care of each other, and as always, I will see you in the next episode of Josh's Comics.